Here's today's recap. October 15th, 2025. We had taken we we had taken these two trades and I was on the micro Nasdaq yesterday to finish off the trades I was supposed to do. So I didn't realize that I was on the micro Nasdaq chart and then on the contract of the Nasdaq. So, I mean, for starters, here was our setup. Been a 4 hour, 15 minute, another 15 minute in case. Then we had these two 15 minutes above us. We had these highs previously. If they were going to officially get taken, it'd be right here. So we had marked out a range. It broke this range from here. Market open. Waited for this candle close. We didn't do the market open trade. For me, I just wanted to see where market was going to go to be sure. And yeah, broke structure right here. We entered kind of late. These wicks were they made long wicks, so we didn't necessarily want to get in, but we still tried to get in. I thought maybe you'd head further down. So those were our targets. Broke the range low, so we took a short, but the short ended up being on the wrong thing, so it wasn't actually the correct entry that we were looking at. So you can imagine how that goes. So we take it somewhere around here. The first one was this one. I believe that one didn't last long because I realized, like, why isn't it right here when I place the trade, and then shortly realize that we're on the wrong thing. Really annoying, but we ended up losing that one for 250. We have a lockout limit on the Express for 500. So we lose that one. And then we had another short. That one was, then I realized I was on the wrong one. So I switched back to the chart of the actual NASDAQ. And it had nothing marked out on the chart, so it wasn't necessarily blind, but it looked like this. And I was in a trade, and I was like, well, that doesn't really help. So I was on the 1 minute, and during that, I just put the stop loss in take profit area because I was not trying to get wicked out or lose a tremendous amount. So I had to go back, and then while I'm still in this trade, I'm having to mark out everything just to make sure that I'm aiming for the right thing still. And then so yeah, profit on that was $45. So that wasn't obviously optimal at all. But shortly after, we just thought, all right, we'll just wait for double confirmation because these wicks were not crazy fast, but it just causes a lot of confusion, like in this kind of chop area. Like it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. So we decided to wait. I was waiting for what, 20 minutes? About like 20 minutes, 30. And we kind of got a late entry on this sweep. But I just wanted like extra confirmation that we're going that way. Yesterday, I entered about right here on the sweep. Today, I entered about right here. So it's a 10-minute difference, 11-minute difference on the entries for today. No sun but right here. So it's right here. That was for 1.3. Okay, so we made 1.3 on that, but we're already down from there. So in all actuality, it's probably like 1,000 that we're actually up because we're still down 250. Yeah, so it was about 1,100 that we were up. And I thought it was continuations. So after the we're in that trade for 11 minutes too. So from here, 11 minutes. To be exact, 1,320. And it was originally supposed to be 1.5 at the equilibrium we're aiming at right here. But consequently, we got thought it was continuation, so we moved take profit actually up to these highs right here, which it never even broke. But yeah, we thought it was continuations. Even after that, we took another trade, went long, lost that one, 245 in there for 3 minutes. Yeah, ended up losing some of the profit. Then my last final trade, I took a long about right here to here. In 5 minute, we exceeded. It was this candle. It was 110 profit in there for 11 minutes. And yeah, that's today's recap. Overall, the things I noticed was mostly greed and stop losses for the day. For the most part, for this part, I was good. I was patient, waited for an entry, got confirmation, took it to a perfect point. Again, took it to a perfect point right here to equilibrium. Caught a good trade. It's before these trades we seem to get caught up here and here afterwards. So mostly we already journaled and everything and know what we did wrong. So mostly we notice greed, stop loss, and take profit, discipline. And those things are all massive if you add them up. So we actually ended the day on, let's see, we ended the day on 966 profit, about 134 difference from our original profit. But yeah, I think, I mean, for this express, we traded for some reason. I never traded to Asia, but last two videos or about a video ago, about 2 videos ago, already went over that in this other express, but past this combine in 2 days, and now we're on this express. These were our targets for today, our trades, our errors, the good things, the bad things. Overall, I'm not going to say just because it's a green day it's all right, but I mean, the behavior on the stop losses and waiting, the confusion should not be that difficult. I did notice pre-market wise, especially this week, I'm not sure why. Usually I'm always not knowing, but I have an idea what the market would do market open. And I have confidence in that and I usually take the trade and win. But this week I've noticed that I'm not so knowing of what the market will do market open, and instead of winning market open, end up losing market open, which is kind of the opposite of what I do. So I can't tell if it's for me just overthinking it and then being on the express and especially overthinking on the express, like, oh, I can't mess this up, oh, I have to do this. And it causes me to make these stop losses and take profit errors. I'm not going to say pretty badly, but it does definitely cause that, as you can see. So it's either we're going to have to figure out what that is, which I'm sure we already have from reviewing it all. But yeah, that's today's recap. There'll be more for tomorrow. I set a lockout as well because we are not trading at all. So after the win, we're just gonna lock out our account. 5 trades, the P&L, profits, losses, total losses were 495. So risk management wasn't terrible. It's $5 away from our lockout, but I'm not proud of risk management when it wasn't inside of our rules. When we didn't take trades inside of our rules, and then we're losing, then it becomes terrible and it becomes bad. Because if I take losses inside of my system, inside of my rules, I'm not as, I mean, that's just naturally how it goes. But when I start causing losses out of the system, out of the rules, that's when it becomes a problem because that's not even trading anymore, right? So, yeah, I might take a break from trading for this week. I might not. I might just relax off of it for a day or two, just to get my brain a refresh. Because honestly, from for the past like 4 months, I've yet to take a break from trading, unless it's the weekends where you're forced to. And even at that, I kind of just study it. So I might give my brain a rest for a day. You know, sometimes you do need it. Honestly, I do think it's a good move, but part of me wants to keep on trading. So we're just gonna see how our mental frame is coming out of tomorrow. And if we so desire to take a break or reframe, then that's what we're gonna do because overall it's gonna benefit us in the end. But that is 10, 15, 25 trading recap.